Meet me after slashing your wrist, or at the end if you so insist. I'm persistent when told to cease and desist with this blasphemous shit.
How did you do that? It's just like, well, you know, I've been married for 5 years, losing fights all the time, so I've just learned.
Sia, congratulations on the baby. You just had the baby, right?
Yeah, little Friday morning.
He's had a baby now.
I didn't. My wife did. I didn't do anything. I felt unbelievably useless. I was in total panic mode. When I dropped her off at the emergency room, she goes, all right, you got to go park the car down in the spot. And I swear to God, I was in such fight or flight. I was driving down there. This voice in my head just said, just keep going. Just keep going. Just drive away. Of course I wouldn't, but I started laughing. Isn't there like a Bruce Springsteen song about that? Going out to get cigarettes and there's something hilarious about people abandoning their family where, like, I just can't imagine, like, the hell that you would be in to do that move. But just knowing you were going to do it, like, the level of excitement that you would have before, like, okay, I'm going to go get some cigarettes. I'm never going to see you people again, your mother-in-law. All of this stuff is over.
The immigration site to move to Canada crashed. Do you think people are going to really move to Canada? Do you think
I hope so. I hope so.
You want
Yeah,
people to
there's
move
too many people here. The rent's too high and all that. Just thin it out. Give us a little negotiating thing. And then what's going to be funny up there, it's not going to be Michael Moore's Canada. What he said, oh, you keep your doors unlocked and everybody's drinking syrup and
He didn't say everyone's drinking syrup.
Talk to anybody of color that tried to make it playing hockey up there. Listen to the stories they had. You'd be like, were you in Alabama? No, it was in Manitoba.
Do you think the debates had any impact at all? We had to watch so many debates. Do you think it had any impact on the election?
No, I think people already made up their mind. Like, I was dying laughing by the fourth one. I was just like, who are these people sitting there in the fourth debate going like, well, I don't know, but, well, that was a good point. But then again, there is that. It's like you knew who you were voting for. You knew from day one. So,
right. What about the angle? There was a lot coming from the Hillary Clinton camp that Trump is bad for children. And they had a lot of ads that said, you know, children are watching this guy.
Oh, we all know
talk.
that children 5 and 6 years old are always tuning into the debates. Taking notes. That's what I did when I was a kid. I'll never forget that. I remember Watergate like it was unbelievable. I was sitting there, I was like 3 years old, just taking it in. Yeah, I was just like, wow, this guy's going to get impeached. This is the most amazing thing that's happened in my 3-year-old life.
So as a child, you were not that interested in politics, and you don't think children are in general?
I don't. I know there's so much stuff that's going on. It's a really weird time. I just hope people stop yelling at each other, and there's a bunch of just crazy stuff out there.
See, in a perfect world, he's right, but he's not right, is he? Because the best thing about Trump is also the worst thing about Trump. He's really got his base expressing themselves. I'm pretty confident in the assumption that at home, these guys ain't shutting up. Sorry, like, the culture war they're flinging, yeah, they're not being quiet. So they will. And besides, I knew about Margaret Thatcher. She scared me. But I cried when she cried.
I'm a loner, man. I don't like people. So...
Okay, you're not lying.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
This Fifth Avenue during Christmas time, the thoughts that go through my head. The thoughts that go through my head. I just want to chop that tree down and watch it land on people as I walk over their head.
No!
I do.
That was the holiday season.
I know.
No.
I knew I wasn't going to stick to that. I was trying to be happy. I was trying to be happy. I was trying. We tried.
We tried.
Oh, you played drums. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? It went right in the tank.
Yeah.
Right in the tank. I got to trash people or it doesn't work.
Doesn't feel.
Is it hard playing yourself as an actor?
No. That's what I've been doing my entire limited acting career. Like, real actors are like Anthony Hopkins, where he played that serial killer in Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal Lecter, yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, the next move, that should have ended his career. Like, he should never have been able to see him as anybody else. And then the next movie, he played, like, John Quincy Adams, and he was literally John Quincy Adams. My buddy saw this thing one time. John Travolta was talking about, like, just the walks. He's like, Vinnie Barbarino walked this way. Vincent Vega walked this way, like you know, whatever. The guy from Get Shorty walks this way, and I just remember hearing that, going like, dude, all my characters walk like me. They all have a Boston accent. They all look like. I'm trying to be believable.
Yeah. As yourself.
Yeah, it's basically the least amount of work you could possibly do as a performer.
About parenting in the 70s, and that's, you know, that was when I was parented like you. What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like half of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting
You're
this country.
mad? You're mad? Wait a minute.
No, like,
Let's get this. You're mad that children are not being hit.
This
I mean,
should be the
obviously-
threat of it. Half of it was just the look. It was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did, and because she was a woman, it was like okay, because it was like, hey, you let a girl beat you up, you kind of felt emasculated.
Yeah.
Like, I say it coarsely, but my dad had to share. But like as punishment, not just because he was vindictive, like it was always punishment. But now I'm a dad, I couldn't comprehend the same thing. But I don't think my dad was wrong either. Like every time I got beats, I 100% deserved it. I know I did. I made no attempt to curb my behavior. But then I look at my kids and when they're moaning about shit or giving up lip, exactly as he says, I'm just flashing back to, in my head, there's no actual real consequence for you. Like, and they know it. The funniest one, like, if you're old school, you'll feel this, is when they come to you with a boo-boo, or they keep talking about a little cut they've got, or a little bruise they've got, and they keep bringing it up for days. These times when you, like, personally, I got run over twice on the same day as a kid. I still went into school, tried to tell no one. Like, they're getting soft out here. But then something happens, they get to teenagers and suddenly they're prepared to kill everybody. They've just gone too dramatic ends.